Hello and welcome back again to the Wild Food Experiment 2018. In my last video I told you we'd be looking at some of the foods that I have in store. So I'm going to take you along to the table where I laid out some samples for you to show. So we just walk over there. That's it. Here we have some of the foods that I'll be eating, that I've been gathering. So when we start with the nuts, it's autumn now, so it's wonderful nut season, lots of food everywhere. Here my favorite of all, sweet chestnuts. They are not too big now, but I have bigger ones. And they are lovely. You just need to cook them in some way. You can roast them, boil them, anything. Open them and eat them, they're wonderful and sweet. Here hazelnuts, I love hazelnuts. And we know from the archaeological records they've been eaten in great quantities. But it's a very bad year for hazelnuts. So I'm glad there are some other nuts to have. Here are some walnuts, well-known walnut, beautiful food as well. And they've been growing wildly here in the Netherlands, so I can just pick them up, gather them. And these are the acorns. I mentioned them last time. Acorns are very plentiful, so there are lots and lots of food to have, but they contain a tannin, and that tannin makes it very bitter to eat if you don't do something with it first. So leaching is a good option, and that means that you peel the acorn and crush the fruit, so you can add water, and which will take up all the tannin, so it can leach out and you can throw it away. You need to do it a couple of times. It may take quite a while until they're fully palatable and all the bitterness is gone, but then it's very good food to have. Here are some apples. I was very happy to find some trees. Of course, these were domesticated apples in the past, but they've been growing wild forever. And as you see, they're very small and they're pretty hard and quite sour. But I like to eat them, and especially after boiling, turning them into an apple sauce. That works very well. It's good to have some fruits. Well, there's some more fruits that I have. They're lying here in the back. Here's some blueberries that I've got, and of course everything has been dried. I have a freezer, but I don't want to freeze everything. My freezer isn't very big. And some raspberries, very small. It wasn't a very good raspberry or blackberry season because there was so little rain. So all the fruits were very small, but here are some dried blackberries. And still it's wonderful to eat something different, except just the nuts. They become a bit like a snack. Here's what we call fruit leather. This is from Acorns. It's red berries, and they're wonderful. And I always make my fruit leather the lazy way, so I keep the stones in the leather. But as I'm using it as a candy only, it doesn't matter if I can eat it quickly or not. It's just nice to chew and suck on. I can spit out the stones when I want to. Same here. This is hawthorn berry mixed with sloe berry. Raymier showed it in his wild food series how you can make fruit leather from hawthorn. But I like to include some sloe berries because they have a nice acid and tartness, which I like. Otherwise it's kind of boring to eat, I think. And then there are some roots. These are from the burdock, and these two are pretty small, but they were growing in an area with very loose soil, so they're very easy to harvest with my digging stick. So that's why I went for them anyway. It doesn't matter, you can peel them quickly and boil them and eat them. Very lovely to have some of these roots in store. And then there are some seeds. Here's grass seeds, and these grasses I have been parching them and getting the husks off them and winnowed, and now they're ready for grinding and eating. You can turn them into a porridge or anything, thickened soups. And this is another lovely one. This is yellow water lily seeds, so they're nice. I've picked the fruits, and left them to ferment in water, so that was a smelly affair. But then they can be easily opened and the seeds are ripe. If you eat them raw, they're absolutely terrible to eat, so don't even try it. I tried, don't. And then all you have to do is wash the muck off, and then you can eat them. I've been roasting them, which was very fine. It's a bit like popcorn, but I'm sure I can do other things with them. They're a new kind of food to me, so I just have to play around with them a little bit. And I've got some dried mushrooms. Chicken of the woods was everywhere a few weeks ago. So I sliced up a number and dried them in preparation for this experiment. And then my plan was to gather a lot of nice teas and well, plant spices, you could say, just stuff for taste. But I got only around to gather mint. So I have some mint for teas or adding to stew or stuff like that. So this is more or less what I've got. But luckily out there lots of things are still growing and falling from the trees and everything's for free. So I'm sure I'll do well. And in my next video I'll show you a little bit maybe about preparation or leaching acorns, something like that. Okay, I hope you'll be back. Bye bye.